Welcome back to the channel, man. I am tickled to death you showed back up. We've had some new subscribers. Welcome. Tickled to death. This kind of thing is down your alley. What are we gonna be doing today? We're gonna do a little bit of sanding. We've got one more panel that we need to sand, and might get into some wet sanding and buffing on some of this stuff that's sitting here. And it's another hot one, fellers. I mean, it's hot. So you're gonna have to deal with my well-sculptured physique and this fine-looking hat. No, my wife hates this hat, but it keeps my bald spot from getting burnt. So y'all just gonna have to deal with it, and I'm gonna get you set up and we'll get on it. Welcome to this episode in the garage.
I am looking out my window, and I wish that you were here, sitting tall for a little while. Well, I know you're good and make it, and I know you really care. Sometimes I can be in
denial. So we got this one panel here to finish sand, and I've got these two done. Y'all saw those in the last 57 Belair video, along with these two panels, and we got these things straightened out to where they're going to be somewhat presentable. Those are the brackets that hold up. They bolt here, and they will hold up the grill when the grill is ready to be bolted to it. So we've got both of those. There's the other one. And so all 5 of those pieces, 5, 6, 7 of those pieces will need to be sealed and painted. So we will probably get to that in this video. We'll just see how far we get. Right now, as you can see, I've already got this one wet sanded and buffed, and it turned out pretty good. Let's get this out in the sun. Love to see this out in the sun. So it turned out pretty dang good. Plenty good enough for what it is and where it's going. It will be visible, but you're gonna have to, you know what I mean, and up that way to get a good look at it. So obviously it's not perfect, so it should match the rest of the car just fine. Yeah, I say I wear this hat to keep my bald spot from getting burnt, but really I wear it for my wife's benefit. She has what can only be described as an unhealthy hatred for this hat, and I don't know why. She said I look stupid in it. Yeah, I have no idea what she's talking about. If you got it figured out, leave it in the comments. All right. Let's see if we can get this thing buffed, and we'll get it wrapped and out of the way so it don't get beat up. And again, if you're looking for a phenomenal, easy to use buffing compound, I cannot recommend that right there enough. Look it up. Try it out. Not sponsored.
shadows in the valley of death. Oh, I can still see the fire coming from my breath. Well, I'm not going to admit it, but my faith is in the wind, and I tried to find the cleanliness in the bosom of your crib now. Here I go laying brick by brick to the room. People say that we're sick from the spoon. That could feed me week by week, set to the doom. And I gotta stay in tune now. As I look into the light and I can see your face, trying to find the existence of this horrible place now. And then you reach down, put me in your grace. Tell me, where am I running in that place? Where am I really a disgrace now? Here we go laying brick by brick to the room. People say that we're sick from the spoon. That could feed me week by week, set through the doom. And I've got to stay in tune now.
So there I was walking through the yard minding my own business when I stepped on what I can only describe as the cherry off a cigarette. And I thought to myself, now Seth, that really didn't feel too good. Of course, that was after I had dusted off a couple of my 80s dance moves. Oh, the 80s. Anyway, and I looked down and I had stepped on a saddleback. Now, if you don't know what a saddleback is, I'll throw a picture of one up right here. If you don't have them things in your neck of the woods, well, bless your little pea-picking heart. I think what everybody needs to do is just snatch one of them little Johnnies up and stick it right in between your toe. Just see what happens. And I am not a happy camper. I'll just tell you the truth. So we have got a perfect day to be doing some painting, so we're gonna make the most of it. It's pretty overcast, humidity is whatever. But I've got all of our parts screwed on here. that we got to paint. It's the best I could come up with. Leave me alone. So I'm gonna mix up some sealer and we'll get to spraying. Before I do that though, I've got to wipe this stuff down with wax and grease remover. And then we're probably gonna spray a little bit of adhesion promoter on it, just because, cheap insurance. And I'll bring you back when we're ready to spray.
Talk to me from your subconscious limbo. Help me understand. Take me.
All right, I want to show you guys something real quick. Right dead in the center of your screen, you see that little speck right there? That was spit that come off of the needle on the gun. I'm going to show you how to get rid of that, because if you don't get rid of it, it's going to show up really, really bad in your color and in your clear coat. So this has been sitting here for 3 or 4 minutes, and what we're going to do is we're just going to touch this and basically smear it in. We want to rub that out. And it may actually roll off just like that. That way we don't bury that under our next coat of primer. But those things are going to happen, and they are fixable. You just need to catch them when they do. But I'll bring you back for this next coat of primer. All right, we're ready for a second coat of primer. I also wanted to mention that when you run into something like that, you can also tear you off a little piece of cardboard off a box, and that really works good for getting rid of that stuff too.
Looking glass bimbo, it's time for me to become a man. I wanna be who you are. Can I try my skill?
Just like that, completely gone.
Can I make it that far? Make it that far. Mississippi. Take me to the place, where I can do all of this.
All right, let's spray some color.
I wanna get to a purple haze of melody, while I'm learning to fly so high, so gracefully. I said gracefully, gracefully, yeah, yeah. Can I try my skill? Can I make it that far? Why won't I get to a purple haze of melody, while I'm learning to fly so high, so gracefully.
Sorry about that, guys. My phone overheated and died. I literally had to put it in the refrigerator to get it to cool off. So we're gonna go out here and put our last coat of color on. I don't know exactly where it died, but I'll get you the last coat anyway, and then we'll start our clear coat. Hopefully this thing will stay cool long enough to get this video done. All right, y'all hold tight, I'll get you set up.
find me a paper right house. You go walk in my shoes and you see. Take a look at my world. Then you can say, yeah, man, I didn't like yesterday, no. When I look for the day I can smell the warm summer air. Coming problems wash over me, leaves gray in my hair. Some people look and they laugh at me, yeah, but maybe tomorrow will set me free. Man, I didn't like yesterday. The house is dirty and bills are still not paid. Gotta get up, gotta get out. I gotta find me a paper right out. You go walk in my shoes and you see. Take a look at my world, then you can say. Take a walk in my shoes and then you can say. When I look for the day.
All right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. We didn't get as far as I was hoping we would get, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So if you made it this far, I appreciate it greatly. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And while you're there, hit that bell notification. That way you are notified every time I release new content. Hit that thumbs up, share it. I was going to say something. Oh, and just so you know, my foot does still hurt. And I feel stupid for having to say this, but the internet is full of really dumb people. Do not go pick up one of those caterpillars and put it between your toes. Alright, apparently there is a reason why there are orifices warnings on curling irons. Okay, I don't need some guy with a piece of paper knocking on my door because somebody died of anaphylactic shock, so don't do that. Now my subscribers I know would not do that. You guys are perfect. But I'm gonna go mow the yard. Y'all go do some work.
Dream was I still not